So I tried to wait as late as possible to try to make sure this noise is not going to interrupt the video. Sadly, it's not going to be the case this video. So I apologize if it sounds like I have a sound machine on in the background. What's good, YouTube? It is your boy Dante here, back with yet a Digimon Market Watch. We're going to dive right into it. There's a lot of cards on here that's been fluctuating in prices very, violently. So I want to go ahead and point those out in this video. First of all, we're just going to start off straight up with Alphamon. You see Alphamon here sitting at a cool $25. Alphamon is going to stay probably around this price. The other Alphamon has been confirmed to be a rare. And that Alphamon is probably going to be about $3, $4, $5. That Alphamon is kind of more the focal point than, this Alphamon is. This Alphamon can be, a game changer, game ender, that kind of thing. But a lot of people are really leaning towards the new Alphamon rather than the old Alphamon. So just be worried with that. Ooh, he might even go back down to a $20 price point. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. Sakuyamon sitting at $7. And I'd say about $8. So a lot of people have been testing out, even I've been testing out. A lot of people have been testing out with Yellow Hybrid, giving Yellow Hybrid some love in it. Just putting a Digivolution line up in Yellow Hybrid. It is a great package, being able to, when fully stat or with any option card, you can reduce through 2, 4, 7k DP to any Digimon or spread out amongst other Digimon. So combo with things like, Resonamon, or combo with things like Hellscythe. You're able to reduce DP and delete Digimon on, on wide range of scales. What is that one? Spiral Masquerade is also another one that comes to mind. Being able to Spiral Masquerade, being able to reduce DP, delete some Digimon, and then use the whole entire Renamon line to then minus 2k here, 2k here, 3k here. You can delete multiple Digimons with this line. And this line is really consistent, especially with Rika being the tamer. Because when you declare an attack with a Renamon, Cubimon, Taomon, you're able to, Sakuromon, you're able to play a plugin from your hand for free. And so you can, swing with Taomon, play the Digivolution plugin, draw a card, Digivolve into Sakuromon, draw a card, those type of things. And since a plugin was played, you'd be able to get the inheritables, they would activate. So yeah, it's actually very good. Like the interactions with a lot of things are very good. It's to help the Mother D Reaper matchup, because you can't really delete them by level. You have to delete them by play cost or by DP reduction. And this is just get them like little scouts. They'll start deleting little scouts before they get too big to actually delete. To start deleting, other threats on the board, like bubbles and stuff like that want to constantly turbo Mother. That kind of stuff. So Sakuromon is a very good card. It'll probably stay around $8, $7. Yeah, I was about to say $8 to $10 is probably where it'll be when it's because it's meta relevant. Once it falls out of meta, you can see this going down like Lower Nightmon to probably like a $2, $3 card. VMon from the Classic Collection is sitting at about $4. Yeah, just Rocky Mountain TCG. Interesting. Yeah, this VMon is the VMon that a lot of Imperial players like. I've been noticing that they've been falling back more off of the Jammin VMon and going into more the inheritable VMon, the one that when it unsuspends, you get, remember, the one when, you unsuspend, you draw a card, those kind of VMons. And, this VMon just been seeing a lot of love it being rare, it being a classic collection. People haven't really opened that classic collection like that unless you really liked, you know, the My Oldest Mind stuff, or if you liked the Machine Dramon stuff, or if you want to get a couple of analog boy, like that kind of stuff. Like the first class collection was pretty hit or miss, depending on what you're looking for in there. It's one of them. It was one of them sets, like I was telling you before, that it would get better over time, because as they get more support to other archetypes and other mechanics, that people are gonna be looking back at these side sets and like, yo, this card, and this card works so well with this deck. Kind of like how we might see Grandest Kawagamon decks implement a couple of these Kabuterimons, because they're able to give insectoids different things and different, piercing, suspending Digimon, all that kind of stuff. So you just may see a lot of these older cards and these side sets get more play. So be wary of that. Now, Blast Mode, Beelzemon Blast Mode is seeing a little bit of a decrease. It's stabilizing around 40. I don't know. I don't know if Beelzemon is going to be able to keep up with Dexmon. And that's the hard truth. I don't know. Beelzemon takes a minute to set up. It takes a minute to turbo out. Dexmon is pretty aggressive for a purple deck. Well, not purple deck, for a purple black deck is highly aggressive. And it wants to turbo as fast as you. It has built-in mechanics to help turbo itself out. Not to say Beelzemon doesn't, but Beelzemon is lacking a lot of power behind it, not necessarily speed. While Dexmon has the same amount of power as Beelzemon, but because it has built-in speed within its own archetype on top of the purple speed that, purple mill or purple trash really wants to do, those type of decks really want to do, it can outshine Beelzemon. Now, that's not to say Beelzemon is a bad deck. No. I put Beelzemon in tier 2. I even put Beelzemon in Rogue. I think I personally think it's a rogue deck. Can it make a splash? Yes. Can it get tops in bit tournaments? Yes. Will it win, a OT Cup or a Nationals? Don't think so. I think there's a lot of holes in this deck that you need to fill, and if it's not the right combination at the right time, it kind of falls on its face. It's kind of awkward. A lot of older, turbo purple stuff want to trash from hand, while Beelzemon deck want to trash from deck. So it kind of conflicts, but yeah, it's one of those things. So yeah, it kind of conflicts. You have to hope you hit the right cards at the right time and not hit the wrong cards at the right time. That kind of stuff. So be wary of this. This is a buyer's beware on Beelzemon. Only get it if you're going to play the deck die hard. If you're not going to play the deck die hard, shouts out to Vanessa, because she's the only Beelzemon player that I know of. If you're not going to play the deck die hard, don't pick these up. Just being honest. Don't pick these up. We don't see any Imp Mono Beelzemon support coming in the near future. So 3 select is all purely dragon stuff. Examon is finally releasing Chaos Dramon stuff, new Imperial Dramon stuff. So anything that has to do with dragons is EXO3, not Beelzemon, period. BT9 is coming out, nothing in there. BT10 is coming out from all the releases and spoilers that we saw with the saves and all that. Nothing for Beelzemon in there. So you're looking at earliest another year before Beelzemon gets some love and some legacy support. So buyers beware on this one. So Hero from Tournament Pack Volume 5, It's funny because I thought Hero was going to be released until around BT9. I guess you can say this is around BT9 because BT9 is released in about 2 to 3 weeks. So I didn't think this was out yet, to be honest with you. I thought this Tamer wasn't out yet. But it seemed like some people got some heroes on here. And I know Gamamon, if I'm not mistaken, Gamamon has already been released. So a lot of people are, they're hyped about the Gamamon line. It's going to be coming out in BT. Is that BT9? I want to say BT9. Gamamon has his own little, oh, I'm going to go ahead and evolve into this one. Like, he has branch evolutions. So yeah, a lot of people are wanting to see, how's it going to be, and as you can tell, it is a 3-cost tamer. And then when you attack with Digimon with Gamamon Digivolution sources, spin this tamer gains Sack +1. It doesn't have to be Gamamon. It just has to be in the Digivolution sources. So if you have Gamamon and say a red deck and you're building a stack like Galaxmon, and again, like Galaxmon. So if you have Gamamon with this and like Tai on board, you can go all the way up into Galaxmon, swing, and he already has Sack +1. Hero gets a Sack +2. Tai gets a Sack +3. So now you're checking 4 times just on that little combination alone. Not like, watch Galaxmon play like 8 tamers. Just because they want the Tai for the memory tamer, Takato for the blitz, and then Hero for the Sack +1 with the Tai Sack +1. Yeah. And don't sleep on the Ask Anybody portion of it either, because they can hit you for 4 security. And then you're going to hit you for 4 security and then pop 3 security off the top of your security. So, yeah, the red is looking pretty competitive when it comes to, net set. Like, very, very valuable. Speaking of Galaxmon, Crimson Mode is sitting at, Crimson Mode is sitting at 40. I pulled a Crimson Mode. I might just get rid of it. I think this is the perfect time too. Unless you're playing the deck, I wouldn't advise picking them up. Trading for them is probably better than buying them, to be honest with you. I don't know how many Crimson Modes they play. I have to talk to Irving. He's our Galaxmon enthusiast in my group, and I think they play 2. I haven't seen any lets to play 3. You could play probably 3 on the off chance, but I'd say 2 is probably the best thing to do. If you can trade for them, trade for them. Don't sell the house to trade for them, but if it's something that you can get in trade, giving away a couple of cards that you're not going to need as high value for this card, if you want to play the deck, go ahead and do so. But yeah, I mean, 40 is fine. It is from a side set. Also remember that too. Galaxmon, the SR, is sitting at about $5. This is the Galaxmon that a lot of people are playing. They're playing this Galaxmon, and I think they're playing. There's another Galaxmon up in here as well, if I'm not mistaken. It was just stuff all over the place. I'm trying to find it. No. There it is. So this Galaxmon is a Galaxmon that a lot of people are hyped about. Coming out of this Galaxmon's back in BT1, if I'm not mistaken. This is the Galaxmon that has the alternate art with the background with the bezels, just like Metal Sea Dramon and Machine Dramon. This is from the very first set. So this Galaxmon is when you have Rare Tamer in a Digivolve, you delete something at 6k or lower. So that means you delete blockers. So you delete those typical blockers. If it's the typical 1-cost, 2-cost Digivolution blockers on level 4, you delete it. Simple. Unless you're playing against like bit black blockers that they just gain DP. I mean, sucks to suck, but yeah. And then this one You know, when you're attacking, you trash the top card. You trash the top security for every 10 cards. This one is all about deletion reduction and stacking up on top of deletion. You know, same thing with the other Galamon. So a lot of people, other Galamon players are playing this Galamon and this Galamon in conjunction with each other. So they're playing like the 6 or 7 Galamons and they're playing these two in order to, you know, delete things while they're swinging in. So they don't have to worry about being blocked while trying to hit security and trying to pop security off. So this Galamon right here is sitting at, you know, 11 something right now, maybe 12. You know, let's do this. Let's do this right now because I'm actually very, very curious. Galamon alternate art. I thought so. Because I am sitting on 2 of these bad boys. Galamon alternate art is sitting at $28. Jeez, I need to go ahead and sell mine. $28 for this Galamon. 28. Boy! This Galamon right here, a lot of people are hyped about it. They think it's very, very good. I indeed agree with them. With the Growlmon and Guildmon being able to increase the maximum DP threshold. So when you Digivolve, you can delete 8K, 9K Digimon. You know, yeah, that's good. That's actually good. So these Galamons are getting more and more expensive. If you're gonna play Galamon, you need to pick up the deck now. It's actually pretty expensive. If you want to match ready Galamon, you're looking at what? I think they play 4 of these and 3 of these. So you're looking at what? 25, 50, 75. So 80 here. You're looking at 100 here just for those. Crimson modes are 40s. I think 50s for alternate, if I'm not mistaken. So you're looking at you're looking at $200 just for your base, and that's not including the Guildmon that has an alternate art. That's not including your tamers who have alternate arts, like the Ty and the oh my god, on space his name right now. Not Takoya. The red tamer, Guildmon's tamer. I cannot. Right now, I know I said his name earlier, but you know what I'm talking about. Like this deck is going to get expensive. This is probably a $500 deck at match rarity. Maybe 6, to be honest with you, depending on what Digi-Edge you want to play. So, yeah, this is going to get extremely crazy. But is it going to be worth it? We'll see. We'll see. Vmon, Jammin Vmon, sitting at a cool $10. Even though some people in Pyramon are dropping this and putting it down to 2. And in place for the inheritable Vmons, it's still a good Vmon. Jammin would not go anywhere. Simple as that. Starter deck Vmon is sitting at $450. So yeah, about $450. So this Vmon right here, a lot of people play it at like 1 or 2. No, not this Vmon. The other Vmon. When you play on play, it's revealed top 4. They only play but one or 2 of those. This Vmon they play 4 of. This Vmon, it gets you anything that has free in it. Imperialmon, Pyldramon, Steammon, anything that has free in it, and adds it to your hand. This Vmon is really, really good. This is their go-to on play. This starts searching out a lot of stuff. So the deck is getting a little bit more expensive. Not too crazy though. Demi Vmon is almost $5. Why? Because of Detsmon. That's dual Greymon. They want to turbo. And when I say turbo, not this trash from your deck turbo. It's just trash as fast as possible turbo. They want to turbo out. My oldest mon and Beelzemon like iffy. But you're going to see Dex Dual Greymon be that purple that's going to turbo out like crazy. And a lot of people are hyped about that deck. I am hyped about that deck. Mastermind's also a thing with this deck that this is one of the better Digi-Eggs to play for Mastermind. You can play Sunamon if you want to. Whenever you pitch a card from your hand, you draw a card. This one, just the deletion portion of it, the constantly draw, trash stuff, bring it back, all that kind of jazz. That right there is probably the biggest reason why this is $5. I mean, this was at 1.10. I remember doing a market watch. Ooh, it had to be like a month and a half ago. That it was like 4 Digi-Eggs. It was over $10. And I was like, geez Louise, I had to do a market watch on it. So, yeah, this is, you get an uncommon here and an uncommon here, you know, $5 a piece. That tell you what the meta is right now. The meta is black and blue and purple. That's the meta. So let's see if black and red can keep up. I think red can. Black, I don't know. Suspect. So Grand Kawagamon is actually going up in price yet again. It's sitting at $14. If you did not get these bad boys when I was telling you about it when it was like $5, maybe $6, boy, you missed the boat on this one. I picked up a playset +1 when they was like $2, $3. I knew this card was too good. And I was like, this card's going to get abused somehow, some way. And it's only a certain amount of time when they make green actually decently viable. And sure enough, Grandis Kawagamon is coming out in BT9. And this card is a promo card. And it is hyped. You can. This is not hyperbolic. You can, by, I believe it was turn 3, OTK your opponent with this. No hyperbolics. By turn 3, you can OTK your opponent with Grandis Kawagamon. That's insane. And that's insane. You just start stacking the stack. You play a Digimon on play, and you build both to champion level. And then your next turn, do you then just Jorgens into Chimeramon? Chimeramon puts a Digimon underneath it, going to Grand Kawagamon, and then Digiburst all to him, and then going to Grandis Kawagamon. If I'm not mistaken, unsuspends itself as, yes, you can blow through 4 or 5 security in literally one check. And I believe Grandis Kawagamon unsuspends itself. So if you blow through 5 security in one check and you unsuspend, you're swinging for game. Grandis Kawagamon is going to be something that a lot of green players are really hype about. I might pick up some Kawagamon stuff just to play around with it. I like playing around with green. It's kind of like that, you know, we're linear, but we do things that a lot of people don't do. I can swing towards a Digimon. So basically, green is one of those things that it punishes decks for having blockers. Green can punish a deck for having blockers. Because green says, okay, you block me, I have piercing, so it doesn't matter. If you think you're going to block this, I'm pierce straight through it and I'm going to hit security anyways. Green is that color to punish blocker. Simple as that. And there's a Kawagamon that actually, when it's Digiburst, you actually gain piercing, and another one that suspends a Digimon. So you can hit into a Digimon and then eat through the stack. Yeah, just insane. It's just insane. It's gonna be good. That is gonna be good for green players. Green players are gonna be out here eating. I don't know how, you know, high up in the tiers it is. For right now, what I've seen is Rogue, maybe tier 2, because it did win the OCG, but the TCG is different than the OCG. So take that with a grain of salt. Rogue, I can say at best, it'll sneak in, it'll do some damage. It might even become tier 2 if built right and piloted by the right people. Simple as that. Speaking of green, Mimi is stabilizing about $9, 9.50. No, $9. Guess people undercutting here. So yeah, about 9, maybe $10. Mimi's one of the things to where if you're playing a green deck, you play like 3 or 4 of her. If you play an Imperial Jammin, you play like 2 of her. You don't really want to see Mimi unless you're already set up. And Imperial Jammin, it doesn't matter. You can play Mimi, you can get Mimi or Davis and Ken. Doesn't even matter. Simple as that. Rise Greymon is sitting at $14. If I'm not mistaken, this is a combination between Yellow Hybrid, because I've seen Yellow Hybrid deck lists actually play this, because you're actually able to play a Tamer. If I'm not mistaken, there's some Rise Greymon stuff coming in that set. I could be mistaken. I have to go back and double check. But I know Yellow Hybrid has been playing this. You can play this, just to mix it up and, maybe get you a red route to be more aggressive in Yellow Hybrid. For those matchups like Mother D Reaper, you want to rush down. You don't want Mother D Reaper to get to mid to late game. Mother D Reaper will eat you alive mid to late game. And Yellow Hybrid kind of struggles with that. They can reduce DP, but not as efficient because they're all about boosting security and, reducing DP on smaller Digimon. They kind of stun you that way. This right. Jeez, I can't believe this Rise Greymon is that high up. Like, I got a bunch of these Rise Greymon, man. I'm gonna just get rid of these as well. It's one of those things to where Rise Greymon is being tapped into some other decks just for, just to help out with certain matchups. So, and it's to help turbo, you can help get a red out or red tamer or yellow tamer out. Hey, it's just a utility card. Do I think it's worth a $13, $14 price point? Nah, I say sell it now. I say sell it now. Unless you're playing Yellow Hybrid and you want to play this card, I don't think that price point is even good enough. Like, just sell this card. Just sell it. It's really, really hype. Just sell it. Ty is sitting at $16 right here. Ty's going to stay stable because red is getting better and better. Garurumon promo is sitting at $8. I am picking up the Garurumon stuff as a big fan of Garurumon. I know a lot of people like, yeah, you're a fan of everything. No, purple's my color I play when I'm going to play competitively. Simple as that. Black is something I was very, very intrigued in. And Metal Garurumon is my favorite Digimon. My second favorite Digimon. Alphamon, you already know. So between black, purple, and blue, or should I say Metal Garurumon? Like, yeah, I was trying stuff with Hexablah at one point in time. It's okay. It's okay. I know the Examon stuff it can help it out, but it's okay. Wait until the Examon stuff come out. We'll talk about it again. But blue is too good not to play test with. It is the best color in the game right now. So be wary with that. I will be day one testing out Metal Garurumon. Day one. My goal is to get Dexmon fully built day one, Metal Garurumon fully built day one, and I am actually working with Otto and Kyle to actually get their Alphamon decks up and rolling. And they're going to be the ones piloting the Alphamon decks come BT9. So, yeah. We're going to see how Alphamon rolls. and I would have two pretty good decks that can keep up, that will actually challenge the Alphamon deck, so we can see if Alphamon really is going to be that big dog, like a lot of people, including myself, is hyping it up to be, or is it going to fall on his face? We don't know. So we gotta play test a lot when it comes to it. So this Garurumon is good because it lets you draw, and it's not once per turn. It's not. So if you unsuspend an attack, you draw again. And then if you digivolve and unsuspend an attack, you draw again. As long as there's a Gurumon on top of it, that's it. Speaking of which, is this the one? No, this is the one. The other word Gurumon is sitting at 11. Yes, I have play sets of both. This one, you unsuspend, you attack, you draw a card, and then, if you digivolve into, guess what? The Meta Gurumon, on top of it, if you have 8 or more cards in hand, which in blue, you draw a lot. I know my camera was unfocused for a second. But you gain sack +1. It's good when you have a deck that keeps unsuspending, right? Right. So, these two cards, if you play a Meta Gurumon as anybody like myself, you're going to get these. You need these. Because this is the optimal way to play Meta Gurumon. The optimal way to play Meta Gurumon. Now, as far as the Gabumons, I don't necessarily know. Might play the Gabumons from BT9. Are you on play? Yada, yada, yada. Might be playing a couple in the max that when you raise a Gabumon, you gain a memory and draw a card. Might not. Might go more the Davis route and go that route. We have to figure it out. I have to actually get everything together. I've been theory crafting, but yeah. Sunrise of Mine actually is seeing a bit of a dip. They seem to be playing less Sunrise of Mine, but I think that's because they're waiting for BT9 to come out. Because in BT9, you're playing like 8 Duromons, 4 Ryumons, or I think you play more the Ryudamon than you play the Duromons. I think it's like 4 of the original Duromon, and play like 4 of the Ryudamon, 2 of the Sunrisemon, and I want to say like I think that's it. Or you might play like 12 level 3s and 2 of the new Duromon. So it depends. Like you might mix and match. I think a lot of people are going to steer more away from Coda being the main tamer. So you might see a lot of people drop the original Duromon for the new Duromon that's actually you're able to pitch and then draw to, so you can turbo through your deck a lot more efficiently. So you might see a lot more people do that. I think that might be the way to go. You play 4 of the new Duromon and cut the old Duromon down to 2. Play 2 or 3 Sunrisemon. Play 4 Ryudamon. Play if you want to play some other black level 3s, you can. It's your preference. But Sunrisemon, a lot of people are thinking, a lot of people believe this is a black staple. I do as well. If you're going to play a black deck, you need to play this. Jestimon's getting more support. Raidenmon's a meme deck that you can play this in. Mammymon's a meme deck that you can play this in. Black War Greymon's actually a decent deck. You can probably play this in to give it piercing to start beating over blockers and stuff like that if you can't kill it. So yeah, it's a great tech. If you're gonna play black, or black is your color that you're gonna be sticking with, like your color to play with competitively or top 2, you need Sunrisemons. I hate to say you need Sunrisemons. I don't know when they're gonna reprint this. Might just want to take the bullet and get them for like 15s if you can. Gotta pick up at least 2 or 3 of them. You don't have to get the foil ones. You can get the non-foil ones if you want to do a little cheaper. Yeah. Just word of caution. Just be cautious about that one. War Greymon. OG. When you attack, you cannot, and when you attack and you check an option card, it does not activate. $16. The alternate art was going for 40. I sold my alternate art for 40. This is good. There's no ifs ands or buts about this. This War Greymon was always good. I think I have a couple of other these War Greymons. I want to get rid of a lot of things that I know I'm not gonna play. I'm not gonna play red. Obviously, I'm not a red player. I am a purple player, so all the purple stuff I always pick up. Green stuff I might mess around with depending, but I would sell in a heartbeat if anybody needs it. Yellow stuff I'm playing around with, but would sell in a heartbeat if somebody needs it. So my main two colors is like black and purple. So this is something that, yeah, if a War Greymon player wants this because a War Greymon asks anybody, sell it to them. Trade it to them. If you're playing War Greymon X anybody and BT9, you need this card. 100% you need this card. You need to play this card with all the options just running rampant in our format. You need to play this War Greymon. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You just need to. This is the better one right now. Between Mother D Reaper, yellow. Between yellow security control. Between Mastermon. Between Imperial Jamon. Between Black Dex. Between security control. What are you afraid of? Green? Green is not playing options. Nobody's playing green as of right now. Only green diehards are playing green. You need to make sure you don't hit and Mastermind. You need to make sure you don't hit Underworld's Calling. You need to make sure you don't hit Hellside. Yes, I am playing a different build. I'm actually doing a deck profile on my Mastermind build. Yeah, I went to, it was 2-1 going into the last round. I decided to leave early. I wasn't feeling it, but yeah. Blue, you need to worry about hitting Hammer Sparks, the one-off Ice Wall, Kakai's Breath, they still playing. Aqua Viper, I heard a couple of people taking out Aqua Viper. Rattlestar, they're playing, like, yeah, like Yellow Hybrid, you still get Spiral Masquerades are up in there. You still have memory boost option cards. They don't activate. So you have things that you need to worry when you're trying to hit through security. And not to mention security control is still a thing. Bialastarmon's control is still a thing. Yeah, people call it Three Musketeers. Yeah. But I think it's more of a Bialastarmon security control. But yeah, you have to be cautious when trying to hit into a stack like that. So definitely this War Greymon is the best War Greymon right now. By far, right now. Best War Greymon. Bialzamon is seeing a slight increase. It's sitting at about $50. A lot of people like this deck. I don't know how good this deck is going to be when BT9 comes out, because that's when a lot of things are going to shift and a lot of things get a little bit more aggressive. Just so you know. Can this deck get aggressive? Yes. This deck can be really aggressive. It can pop off out of nowhere. But it has to have the right setup. It has to high roll and know to do that. Simple as that. It has to high roll. Agonimons are sitting at about a good $10. A lot of people are hyped about Tribal Greymon coming back. And when I say Tribal Greymon, I mean like, War Greymon, Ancient Greymon, like just playing a Greymon line. A lot of people are hyped because the new Greymon stuff is good. being able to digivolve on top of a Greymon, going to Greymon X antibodies, and yada 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 yada. So a lot of people are really like, yo, why don't just play this, small little ancient package, throw in a couple of Goonimon, throw in a couple of ancient Greymons. They go with the ancient Greymon goes with the deck. He gets all the good stuff from Greymons, yada 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 yada. Like, and then even then, like when you have this in it as an inheritable, you digivolve on top of your ancient Greymon for 2 less, which makes it a 3. If you have a Nokia, it makes it a 2. Like that kind of stuff. So a lot of people are like, a lot of these things are, people theory crafting on how BT9 is going to go. We don't know, but I'm hyped about BT9. BT9 is going to be very, very fun to play. Very, very fun to play. So if you don't have your Goonimons now, and you want to throw in that ancient package, this is probably a good time to pick it up. I don't know if it's going to go down. If it makes a big splash, it's going to go up to 15. If it doesn't do anything, it's going to go back down to 5. But it's always good to have this in ancient Greymons. Ancient Greymons are sitting like 27, 28 right now. So just to have that little package for like, 50, 60 bucks. Not bad, honestly, especially if you're a red enthusiast like Kyle is. Red is his thing. Like, competitively, red is his color. He will always have these cards, and he will always need them. Like, I tell people all the time, they're like, how do I get into Digimon? I said, what is your favorite Digimon? They said, oh, my favorite Digimon is this Digimon. Well, do you want to play that Digimon? Yes. Then build the deck. If you want to get competitive, you need to know what your play style is. If you're a control type of person, yellow, that's it. If you a mid-range, I want to set up and then explode type of person, that's green. No, not green, but that's blue. If you want to OTK people right off the bat, that's red. If you're highly aggressive, like Unga Bunga style, that's red. If you're, more of a removal, try to, kind of aggro deck, if you're not that kind of play style, that's purple. If you're more, that kind of, like, you have to know what your play style is. When you come into a TCG, you have to know what your play style is. If it's your first time in a TCG, you're gonna be bouncing all around until you figure out what your play style is, and then you'll settle. Like me, I'm a complex, hyper aggressive, but yet controlling type of person. This is why Mastermind is probably best for me, because I know how to play it efficiently. I know how to build it efficiently. Dexmon is more of a more aggressive type of deck, but again, it's my play style because I want to aggro hard and then swing in fast. Unlike, one shot or Saitama decks, as we call them when it comes to red. So, yeah, if red is your thing, again, pick these up. You gotta pick up a few of them just to have them. And finally, the last card on the Digimon Market Watch today, Kakai's Breath is sitting at $8. It doesn't fail me whatsoever to see starter deck cards getting boosted so hard. This card is good. Do not get me wrong. This card is good. This card right here is one of the single cards. This in I believe is it Imperial Dramon or is it Fighter Mode? I think it was Fighter Mode. That bottom decks your card or bounces it. This is one of them cards that help perpetuate people to play Call of the Gods, to make sure that Digimon do not get removed from the field whatsoever. This is why this is an $8 card. People are playing with 1 or 2 of these in a deck. Just get rid of them problematic cards, Oh, you built the stack? Oh, nice stack. Bye bye. Or if they hit in security as they're attacking, checking 3-4 security. If it's the first one or one or two or first two, guess what? Bye bye. So yeah, it really does hurt decks like, you know, red and alpha mon decks that want to build up stats and yada yada yada. It hurts them pretty hard. You might even see this being a big, a bit tech for Greatness Kawagama if that started gaining a lot of traction, which I think it will. Green players to come out the woodworks and play Greatness Kawagama, it'll be the best green deck there is. Now, with all that being said and done, a lot of fluctuations, a lot of people hyped about the set, a lot of people getting ready for the meta, a lot of people getting ready for championships, OT Cups, a lot of people getting ready for this season, the end of this season, beginning of next season. A lot of people speculate. We haven't even done a ban list discussion video either. I need to get in touch with Prem so we can go ahead and get a podcast going for a ban list discussion. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let me know if any cards that you saw spike up or drop. I'm only one man. I can only do so much. But, with that being said and done, I'm your boy Dante. This has been yet another Digimon Market Watch, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace!